Amoco Cadiz began life in 1973, when the first plates of the ship were laid down. Over the next 2 years, construction would continue on the tanker until it was put into service in May of 1975. The Cadiz would continue operating smoothly as any other tanker does, carry fuel oil from point A to point B as efficiently as possible. This process would be smoothly operated until the Amoco Cadiz was en route from Rotterdam when a strong gale force wind picked up around the western tip of Brittany. This caused heavy seas and fatal damage to the steering system aboard the ship. The tanker requested assistance from nearby vessels, and soon there was a tugboat on scene to help. Attempts were made to establish a tow line between the tug and the tanker, but to no avail. The attempts failed, and the tanker continued to aimlessly drift. As a result, the towering waves and strong winds pushed the Cadiz closer and closer to shore. At 9:04 p.m., the ship went to ground, causing gases to be ripped into the hull and flooding the engine room. And then at 9:39 p.m., another hole was ripped into the Amoco Cadiz, following a second grounding, only this time into the cargo holds. The crew were soon rescued, but the same could not be said for the supertanker. Crude oil poured from the gaping hole in the ship, spreading miles across the ocean, eventually making landfall. In the coming hours, the Cadiz would break apart, further increasing the environmental damage. After leaking oil for hours, the wreck was depth charged to remove the remaining oil from the Cadiz, so cleanup could commence. After being battered by the waves for days, Cadiz was finally ripped apart and sank. Cleanup continued months after the sinking, causing hundreds of millions of dollars in damage, and long-lasting environmental damage. Today, the devastated tanker is a common recreational diving site.